closest name with the E, had come here and decided that he wanted to get away from the British rule and everything that had to do with queens and kings and anything that had to do with making rules and laws. And so he has a hard time with any kind of law. And he staked a huge claim out here and created a huge empire for himself. But as soon as other civilizations started coming back in, he turned out to be a really rousty and rowdy guy because he didn't want to follow, quote unquote, any kind of laws. The law was him, as far as he was concerned. And I actually feel like he got murdered one night in his own bed. He was just, somebody came along and just murdered him. And they didn't shoot him. They took a knife and did this. Right across his neck. And they didn't slit his throat. They didn't want to do that. And because this is a more devastating death when you leave the knife in and whatever. And because you go slower and you suffer more. And I feel like he got killed in his bed. Now what happened after that is he had children, grown sons. He had 3 grown sons and 2 daughters. And actually this was a reprieve for them because Mom had passed away before and he was over them like he was the law. He put down all the law. And so this was like a springboard for them to have a new life. And I actually feel like once this happened and I see them, they're like scurrying all over and they're actually really happy that this brand of what they called Lockism at the time was gone and they had this freedom to do things. Now, I don't feel that anyone left here or left this area, but I feel that some of them went to other places close by then, maybe, so we're talking maybe 20, 30, 40 miles away or other places where they wanted to actually live and not live on this property anymore. And so the property, or what was here, this Locke's property, not the owner of this property, but I'm feeling around the surrounding area. So these were close neighbors, but I feel this little Irishman had something to do with this property. This little short Irishman had something to do with the property where Locke was a neighbor. He was definitely a neighbor. But Locke's children, some of them stayed. There might even still be ancestors here now, progeny left over from him. But he was really a hard taskmaster because he left that kind of ruling place where he didn't want to be ruled because he wanted to rule. It was my way or the highway for him. But this house, it's interesting. I feel that somebody got engaged in this house. Somebody was proposed to in this house. Somebody also, this might be guessed too, if this was running as that, but this was a proposal place. And this was also a place where somebody came and was very, very ill at one time and actually got better. I feel like somebody came from the northeast, probably up along the New England coast where it's so incredibly cold, and she had some kind of, not only a lung problem like TB, but something else wrong, like from giving birth to children, and she came here, right here, and this is where, because I see her jumping around and being really happy and saying, look at how healthy I am, I got all better, and it was because I came out here and I was on the land and I was in this house and I got better.